Some of the most expensive design decisions in modern homes aren't mistakes because they look bad. They're mistakes because nobody warns you what happens after you move in. What seems luxurious on day one can quietly become the reason you spend thousands more on maintenance, repairs, and energy bills. Today, we'll uncover the expensive design choices homeowners love at first, but many wish they'd never made. Welcome back to Next Gen Home Builders. Walk onto any high-end residential job site today, and it is completely obvious that beautiful homes are designed to make an instant, breathtaking impression. The glossies, social media feeds, and architectural walkthroughs show you the perfect, pristine finished result. But as an engineer who has spent years analyzing structural forensics, I see what those cameras completely miss. The reality of what happens after 5 or 10 years of unyielding exposure to the elements. Every single aesthetic decision you make on a blueprint forces a direct, physical trade-off against building science. Most people don't realize that luxury can hide incredibly expensive structural liabilities until the initial excitement fades and the maintenance invoices start rolling in. The first one is probably the most requested luxury feature today. It's almost impossible to talk about modern luxury without talking about massive, panoramic glass walls. Everyone wants them because they blur the line between the interior living space and the outdoor landscape. But when you replace a standard structural wall with an enormous sheet of glass, you are introducing a massive thermodynamic liability into your house. During the day, the sun pours raw energy straight into the room, creating an aggressive greenhouse effect that forces your air conditioning compressors to run at maximum capacity just to keep the space livable. Then there are the daily realities. The sudden loss of privacy, the constant battle against handprints and dust, and a ticking financial clock. Over a decade of thermal expansion and contraction, the perimeter seals on insulated double-pane glass inevitably degrade. The moment that gas seal fails, moisture infiltrates the panes, causing permanent, unsightly fogging. Replacing a custom, oversized glass unit can easily cost 10 times more than standard windows. The secret isn't avoiding glass entirely. It's about microclimate orientation, using smart positioning to capture the view without letting the sun weaponize it. But glass isn't what surprises homeowners the most. The next choice that consistently catches people off guard is the iconic, sharp, flat roof. In the engineering world, we know a fundamental truth. A flat roof is a mathematical lie. To function safely, it must have a subtle, hidden slope built into the framing structure to direct water toward the drainage points. If a contractor miscalculates that slope by even a fraction of an inch, you get ponding water. Thousands of pounds of dead load sitting stagnant directly over your ceiling. Waterproofing membranes have a strict shelf life, and they are constantly under attack from brutal UV rays and temperature swings. If you aren't up there regularly clearing out debris and checking the outlets, a single block drain will back water up until it finds the smallest microscopic weakness in the seams. Tracking down a leak on a flat roof is a forensic nightmare because where the water drips inside is rarely where it's entering outside. It turns an elegant architectural profile into a relentless game of hide and seek with water damage. The next decision quietly increases maintenance every single year. This leads right into a pair of external features that look incredibly sleek but work directly against the laws of nature. Invisible internal gutters and tiny, non-existent roof overhangs. Traditional roofs have wide overhangs for a definitive reason. They act as a protective shield, keeping driving rain and harsh solar radiation off the exterior wall envelope. When you delete that overhang to get a flush, minimalist cube look, you force your exterior walls to take the full, unmitigated impact of the weather, causing paint to deteriorate and joints to crack prematurely. To maintain clean lines, designers then bury the drainage pipes inside the facade as invisible gutters. Because you cannot see them, you have no idea when they are starting to clog with leaves. The moment a heavy storm hits and a hidden gutter overflows, the water doesn't spill harmlessly over the lawn. It backs up directly into the internal ceiling joists and wall cavities. By the time you notice the water stain on your premium drywall, the structural rot has been quietly spreading for weeks. Now let's move inside the house. When we step inside, the open concept layout is the ultimate symbol of modern living. But stretching rooms across vast distances without columns means we have to replace the natural structural support of interior walls with massive, heavy-gauge steel transfer beams hidden inside the ceiling structure. These custom steel spans require precision crane rentals and specialized engineering calculations, which rapidly drives up your framing budget. Once you move in, the secondary consequences appear. Without walls to partition the space, Sound waves bounce aggressively off every hard surface, turning a simple family dinner into an echo chamber where privacy disappears. Worse, your HVAC system loses all efficiency. Instead of conditioning the specific room you are using, you are forced to regulate the climate of an entire massive, open volume of air all day long. Open-plan design isn't inherently bad, but it requires deep, upfront planning for acoustic dampening and zoned climate control to avoid becoming a daily irritation. But none of these are the biggest financial mistake. The single most expensive decision a homeowner can make isn't choosing giant glass walls, flat roofs, or wide-open plans. The real mistake is choosing appearance before performance. The moment a project prioritizes superficial aesthetics over raw building science is the exact moment future maintenance bills are born. A home can be exceptionally beautiful while still being incredibly durable and intelligent. True luxury isn't about expensive decoration or chasing a fleeting social media trend. It's about a design that respects water, sun, wind, and gravity. Good engineering always outlasts expensive decoration, and a home that performs flawlessly will always be worth more than one that just looks good on camera. Luxury should never come at the cost of comfort, durability, or constant repairs. The best homes aren't simply the most beautiful, they're the ones engineered to perform for decades. If you enjoy uncovering the hidden truths behind modern home design, subscribe to Next Gen Home Builders for more expert engineering insights. Which expensive design feature do you think is worth it, and which would you avoid? Let me know in the comments. Thanks for watching, keep your tolerances tight, and I'll see you in the next analysis.